Hello again, everyone. I'm Dr. J, and this is the only YouTube channel that matters, and the WBER Alternative Milestone playlist for the week of May 17th. We just finished a long list of milestones from last Sunday, so let's get to it. It was 5 years ago on Sunday that 21 Pilots released their fourth album called Blurry Face. And this album has spent over 4 years on the Billboard Top 200 chart and was the first album ever in the digital era, meaning where they count streams and downloads, to have every single track certified at least gold. And that's a pretty big deal. We heard Heavy Dirty Soul from that. Before that was the band Winter Sleep. And that's a band that's from the town of Yarmouth in my adopted home province of Nova Scotia in Canada. And the song was called Encyclopedia from their fourth album, New Inheritors, which celebrated its 10th anniversary milestone on Sunday. They've been building themselves a nice little career, including being selected by one Paul McCartney to open up a concert, an outdoor concert in the capital city of Halifax at the Commons there. A very nice public area. And that was back in 2009, so that was a pretty big deal for them. Also celebrating 10 years on Sunday was LCD Sound System, their third album, This Is Happening. We heard the song Pow Wow from that one. That was a video that was not posted by the band, but the band actually linked to that version on their official YouTube channel, so that's good enough for me. It was 15 years ago on Sunday that System of a Down released their fourth album, Mesmerize, and the WBER classic BYOB came from that one. Mesmerize was the first of two albums that were released by System of a Down in 2005, and that was actually their last two albums at this point, although they are not officially broken up, and they perform every now and again, but they kind of don't know that they're going to be able to record together again. Joan Jett released her self-titled debut solo album 40 years ago on Sunday. She released that on her own. But then she signed with a label, and the label re-released it, this time called Bad Reputation. And we heard the title track from that, Bad Reputation. Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails, he turned 55 on Sunday. We heard Down In It from Nine Inch Nails' debut album, Pretty Hate Machine from 1989. Nine Inch Nails actually released two albums, Ghosts 5 and 6, as free downloads about 6 weeks ago. And they had an interesting quote on their website. They said, "As the news seems to turn ever more grim by the hour, we found ourselves vacillating wildly between feeling like there may be hope at times to utter despair, often changing minute to minute. Although each of us define ourselves as antisocial types who prefer being on our own, this situation has really made us appreciate the power and need for connection." I thought that was pretty cool. Not to mention, very cool that they basically gave away those two albums. And we started the set with a missed milestone from last week, like I said. Wire, their seventh album called Manscaped, celebrated 30 years last week, and we heard more or less a title track, Life in Manscaped, from that. Up next, we have the milestones from this past Monday, and we start with a Devo birthday on the only YouTube channel that matters.